We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lawrence starting with a throw. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line.
Red 23.
Here's the long back on the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You've got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Red on red. Gun. 11.
Tight end in motion left. From the 42. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Lawrence looking to throw. He's got Thomas on a slant. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Working quickly here. First down throw, Lawrence. He finds Tigakonkwo for the grab. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Hey, easy. Route. 13 loop. Go.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh my. It's intercepted in the end zone. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Browns have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
From the 18 on 2nd down. His lofty little throw is going to wind up incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go now.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that gives the Browns a first. Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 19 Lions.
Back to throw now. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards. We've finished one quarter. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. From the 21. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd down from the gun. Has it down close. That's a Cleveland touchdown. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game remains to be seen, Brock, but no doubt about it on that opening drive. He was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, Kate, I think it's twofold. Number one, this guy, you just know, you want to get that engine started because when it revs hot, big things happen for this offense. Number two, you felt like there were people there you could pick on defensively, and this defense better find some answers for this playmaker.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return coming here from the 12. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Sent to the ground by Josh Newton. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Offense up to the line fast. They give it to him again. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That is Lewis Cine. And the Browns take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Browns double their lead to 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Jaguars with the football. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, Lion!
Now Lawrence on the play fake. He's going to push one deep down the right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Browns are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense. Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Now they send their back in motion right. Caught for big yards on the right side. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Handoff now from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Up and good from Joseph. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Has it at the 11. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Roman Wilson reels it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Safe right. 30 left.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Lisa 24.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
This is caught inside the 15. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars chop some of the lead off before the half. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Jags offense hasn't left since the touchdown. They're going for two here. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Silver!
He's throwing for it! And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another two off that lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Here we go, set! Ready?
First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set! Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Go!
Airing it out to start this drive. Hauled in left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing off the play fake here. He rolls to his right. Short pass caught by his tight end. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Up and good from Joseph. And that extends their lead to 14.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Starting at the 10. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go.
Lawrence now off the play action. He fires one deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. First down throw, Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Hey.
Lawrence to throw it. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Hey, Lion.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? If it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4.
Hey, 11, add him. Here we go.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Throwing this back in the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Grant Delpit in to pick it off.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
7 Pirates.
They go play action on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Ready. Set, go.
Trying again following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense in the hurry up here. Play action on first down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Here we go. Buffalo 18.
Throwing now from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Mustang 19! Hut, hut.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you... in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Let's go! Hut, hut. Let go! Dragon 60! Ready!
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. So Rigoberto Sanchez, the man who will send this flying on 4th down. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Rip 23!
Now a give on the counter. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Red on red.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Station 24.
Lawrence working from the gun. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here's 2nd and 5. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! 11.
Running back sent in motion.
13, move! Move! Gun. Settle.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throw is caught by the back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here we go, set.
They'll throw on first. Buys time, rolling right. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
2nd and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing with a blitz on the way. The screen pass falls incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Up and good from Joseph. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This is taken in at the 13. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Finding Thomas near the sideline. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
11.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He puts some juice on it deep. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars cut the lead down to 10. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
70 range. Reload.
They'll come out throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Throwing on 2nd and 10. Chased out to his right. And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And he's encouraged out of bounds behind the line. That's going to go down as a sack. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Take go.
Looking for a throw here. That one's complete, right side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his 1st punt, and here's another huge one. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion, Lion. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. On the move, headed right. And they pick him off again. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Come back, team. Come back. Here we go.
They'll throw it. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go.
Setting up a throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
He has the 1st over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Here we go.
Flowers will go in motion left. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. He'll begin his return from the 11. He stopped on the return at the 27. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Hey, Ron. Here we go.
First down throw, Lawrence. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Jaguars hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Red 23.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Red on red.
Lawrence looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Browns get it as he makes his third interception in this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller.